What's up, world? It's your man, MrSan44Man, seen in over 100 plus countries around the world. And you're tuned into the Detroit Raw Show, only on YouTube and now on Social Cam. What's up, world? It's your man, MrSan44Man. Hey, how y'all doing out there, world? Hope everything's going straight for y'all. I'm just trying to make the best of a bad situation. The day been kind of hectic. Yeah, really kind of hectic. Let's do a time zone check. Shouts out to Honolulu, Hawaii, which is today, Friday. Your time, 12:06 in the afternoon. Shouts out to Guam, where it is Saturday morning, 5:06 a.m. Good morning. Also Aiden, today, well, it's tomorrow, I should say, and y'all at 1:06 in the a.m. Salvador, y'all right there at 7:06 in the p.m. And Astana, you tomorrow, Saturday morning, you're at 4:06 in the a.m. And Yangon, y'all are at 5:40 in the a.m. Damn, y'all 10 hours and 30 minutes ahead of time. Hey, y'all in the new day. It's your man, MrSan44Man. A lot of stuff was going on today. There's two guys in Orlando, Florida, two escaped murderers in Orlando, Florida, who escaped from prison. And these guys had a real fucking sophisticated way that they did this shit. This kind of mind-boggled me, because if two of these guys got away doing this, another one got caught up doing it. But is there a glitch in the system? Because once you check out this story, you'll understand, like, how did that happen?
In Florida, investigators are struggling to explain how two convicted killers, one sentenced to 100 years, simply walked out of a prison using forged documents. At this hour, the convicts are still free and the families of the victims are demanding answers. NBC's Mark Potter now joins us from the courthouse in Orlando with details on this story. Mark, good evening.
Good evening, and it came to light here at the Orange County Courthouse, an incredible scam that led to the release of two cold-blooded killers, each freed decades before they would have completed their sentences. The two fugitives are Charles Walker and Joseph Jenkins, both serving decades-long sentences for murder and other crimes, released from prison after these fraudulent documents were filed in a court clerk's office, reducing their sentences. The paperwork had the forged signature of Judge Belvin Perry, who presided over the high-profile Casey Anthony trial.
It's very ingenious. It's a breakout without having to break out.
Authorities and witnesses say after the two inmates walked free through the doors of this prison in the Florida Panhandle 11 days apart, they each made their way 300 miles south to their hometown of Orlando and incredibly walked into the county jail there to register themselves as released felons, listing local addresses. Their release might have gone unnoticed by authorities if it wasn't for this woman who alerted them.
I almost passed out, really. I almost passed out.
Evangelina Kearse is the mother of Cedric Slater, who was murdered by fugitive Charles Walker. After his release, Kearse got this letter from the Department of Corrections, notifying her that Walker had gone free. Outraged, she showed the letter to prosecutors.
I said, well, how could this be that somebody masterminded this through the court system and no one there know anything about it?
Stunned officials launched a federal, state, and local manhunt, interviewing friends and family and setting up stakeouts.
All of the information that we have at this time indicates that the individuals are here in our local area. We just need to find them at this point.
Prosecutors have been searching their records to see if any other inmates got out early using phony paperwork. Now, that almost happened with another inmate whose planned early release was stopped by an alert detective checking the files. Today, the Department of Corrections announced that from now on, all orders for early release must be verified.
So what y'all think about that? That was kind of wild, wasn't it? Wow, computer is a bad dude. You can take it off, paste it, everything. They even had Casey Anderson's goddamn judge down there. He discombobulated about, but he knew what was going on. That's for sure. Yeah, and hey, that's tight. That's real tight. Just gotta be careful, cause if they getting away like that, how many other are getting away out the penal system? This just happened, was caught down there in Orlando. How we know it ain't happening here in Detroit or any other state? But it is what it is. Also, check this out. Over here today, I'm gonna pan over here and I want you to see this. All right. You see that big point of a building behind me? That's the Fisher building. All right. Earlier today, some little 10-year-old felt that when his grandmama gave him the keys to go out to the car to go get something out the car, well, he thought the day was a day for him to take a driving lesson. Fucked up a few people's cars. You check this story out. See what y'all would have did to us.
Children don't always listen. They have a mind of their own. In this case, Grandma asked her 10-year-old grandson to get something out of the car for her. Just get something out of the car. Come back. Well, he took the keys, then he took the car, and he took a very destructive joyride. He left a path of damage near the Fisher building. Mara McDonald is there now. Mara, at least he didn't hurt himself or anybody else, but it sounds like he made quite a mess out there.
He sure did, Steve, and there are no injuries here, but just a ton of aggravation. You know, you park your car in this gated lot because, you know, you think you're doing the right thing. Who could have anticipated a 10-year-old kid would decide it was his day to drive?
Come out to check it out, and when I get over here, a couple of people standing around here stating that a 10-year-old hit it.
Jackie Knowles just needed to zip in and out of the Secretary of State's office. She parked her spiffy new Dodge Charger in the secured lot in the Fisher building, never expecting a 10-year-old boy would decide it was his day to drive.
My thing, a 10-year-old, what is he doing driving? So the grandmother came out and informed me that she gave him the keys, and I guess he took it upon himself to drive the car.
The boy was inside the Fisher building with his grandmother. She sent him out to her Lincoln for some things. He took it upon himself to get behind the wheel. It didn't go so well. He pulled the car out and tried to drive, hitting 2 cars in the process and causing hundreds of dollars worth of damage. No one was hurt, just plenty of aggravation.
I don't know. I don't even know how to feel right now. I'm just lost, 10-year-old.
Back here live, witnesses telling us it does not appear that child's grandmother has auto insurance. Detroit police have been out here trying to sort the whole thing out. We're live in the News Center area. Mara McDonald.
Now what would y'all have did to that ass? Would you have beat that ass? Hell yeah! You'd have tore up people's cars and I ain't got no insurance. Oh shit! Hell of a lawsuit's getting ready to happen that way. Grandma getting ready to go through some serious payments. For real, for real. Hope she better get her money right. Hey. It's a mess here, y'all. You know, to live in this city and to see as much shit as I see, it's really something else, you know. And the people that I see, or the people that I'm generally around, are poor people. I'm not making no excuses for the reasons of some of the things that they do, but sometimes I understand, and then again, sometimes I don't. Just, I guess, depends on how I'm feeling that day. But, you know, a lot of people really got it bad, and it's sad to say, you know, people out here fitting for themselves, kids out here crazy, not listening to parents, happen to all people. You know, all that just gotta stop, but it won't. So I asked a question the other day, how did America become so strong and powerful? What is our most powerful resource that we had to make us one of the most powerful countries on the planet? Now y'all still got time to hit me up on my comments, and I'm gonna see what some of the answers are, if I have any answers. And if I do, then I read them or I show them like I do. Shouts out to everybody over there in east side of Detroit. There was a robbery, snatch and grab over there at Moose Jaw, over there in Grosse Pointe, the suburb of Detroit. They ran up in there and just grabbed cokes and shit out of there and just had a getaway driver, and they was about to pull off, and 5-0 ran up on them. So they started shooting at police. So here's the rest of the story, and you can check out how these guys got down.
Well, now we have some breaking news involving a violent confrontation between police and suspects in a smash and grab that happened in Grosse Pointe.
Yeah, this ended with a chase and police shooting at 3 men, but it all started at the Moose Jaw store on Kercheval in Grosse Pointe. Local 4's Chauncey Glover is live right.
Well, Ruth, such a crazy afternoon here in the village of Grosse Pointe Park. This Grosse Pointe, actually, it happened around 2:45 this afternoon. It all unfolding here at this Moose Jaw on Kercheval. I'm being told around 2:45, two suspects actually, went inside the store and tried to grab some merchandise, and then they tried to make a run for it. Now, another suspect was waiting in the getaway car. Now, at the same time, while all of this is going on, police show up on scene. Investigators tell me the suspects tried to run over a Grosse Pointe police officer and then began to fire shots at police. That's when police fired back at the car, shattering the back window. Now, then police began to chase over into Detroit. 2 suspects were captured a couple of minutes after that. Now, take a look at this video that we shot. This is the third suspect that led police on a foot chase through a neighborhood in East Detroit, but was eventually caught by police and arrested. Now, back here live on scene at the Moose Jaw, I'm told everyone is okay. The store is back open, business as normal. No one was injured during this incident, thankfully. That's the scene here in Grosse Pointe.
See? Ain't nowhere safe around the D, baby. Nowhere. Suburbs, nowhere. Nowhere is safe. Nowhere. It's happening one by one, but it's happening. You know, I got a fan that I seen today. A nice gentleman. He said that he watched my show. He picked my one of my business cards up, and he said, I wanted to know what this shit was about. He said, man, I sit back and damn near watch 60 of your shows. He say, man, you really is a hell of a motherfucker, man. I never looked at my community the way that you show it. Or I never even seen life as the way that you display the world to the world on top of that. So I told him, you know, I appreciated the comment and everything, and it made me feel good because I looked at it as, here's a citizen that appreciates what I'm doing. You know, even though, like I told y'all, I get a lot of hate mail, I get a lot of racial slurs and racial comments. Straight up, fuck all that. You all call me niggas and you disrespect. Not everybody, but you haters know who you are. And I get tired of that. And some mornings, you make me don't want to do the show because I say to myself, what am I doing if people don't like it? But then I gotta understand, when I see people like this gentleman that I seen today, that said what he said, then that sparks me back up again. I'm back on track. I'm ready to get down and show the world what Detroit and what ghetto raw living is all about. That's all. Like I say to y'all naysayers out there that y'all always want to disrespect me, peep this. If you can do it better, go get you one of these. Go get you a MacBook Pro. Go Go get you one of them nice cameras now, because you know my shit be crispy. Crispy. So you want your shit crystal clear. You don't want to look like Channel 62 or one of them broadcast stations that don't have HD. You want it crispy, crystal crisp. Alright? Once you do that, then you come in the hood like this. Once you get all that stuff, the computer, your MacBook Pro, your Final Cut Pro, and get all that stuff together. Oh, and don't forget, it's good to have one of these too. You do your world time on that. Alright? But anyway, get all that equipment. Get 900 and at least 70-some videos. And then come and holler at me. And then see, it'll be a fair playing field, because see, just like you want to critique me, well then I can critique you. And then we'll be on a level playing field. You feel me? But when you sit back and tell me that my show ain't shit, that I ain't shit, and fuck that shit, then you know I got a problem with that. For real, for real. You know, because I don't hurt you. I don't ask none of y'all for nothing. All I tell you, if I got my business card, watch my show. Support a brother. Can you do that? If that hurts your feelings, and I'm at a corner store and I say, hey, I got this show on YouTube, can you check it out? I'm not asking you for $1. I'm not begging you. All I'm just saying is check it out. You might like it. If you don't, keep it moving. That's all. Check it out. Something different, y'all. I hope you enjoy it. It's your man, MrSan44Man. Hey. Oh, just before I go, shouts out to Doretha. I'm gonna have Doretha on the show tomorrow, y'all. And I want you to listen to me. I'm gonna have Doretha on the show tomorrow. Doretha ain't doing too good. Doretha about to lose an index finger. And she wanted to say, just, you know, she ain't been on the air in a while, and she want to holler back at everybody and, you know, let them know how her life been going. So I'm going to give her opportunity to be on tomorrow. So look for Doretha for the weekend Detroit Raw show. I'm going to have her on there, and she is going to do what she do. You know, she going to be Doretha, and that's it. But you're going to see it first right here on Detroit Raw, because, you know, hey, that's my platform. That's my homegirl. So I'm going to put her out there. But she's going to have some real talk for y'all tomorrow. So y'all check her out. And other than that, I wanted to say one thing. I forgot. It was one thing I wanted to tell you. Oh. The kids today are so full of emptiness and non-hope. And it's up to us to try to bring some strength. When a child looks at you and see you in turmoil or see you unhappy, then they become unhappy. And at the end of the day, their unhappiness could wreak havoc on someone innocently just in the way. Not meaning to be in the way, but just happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. It happens every day. I say that because another one of my friends I lost, his name is E. He's my man that's on my show. You can catch him. He's the one that had the long beard and had the white, black jacket on. He's the one that's put him up, put him up, put him up, put him up. And he did the little dance on my show. It just goes to show you how many lives I affect and see. E is dead, I just found out. And it wasn't like my man Big Lou, who I told you all who died day before yesterday. But I said it on yesterday's show. E died in a violent way. I still don't know why he died like this, but what I'm hearing is he was beat and stripped of his clothes from one block, and they just beat him. They took him to a roof. He never gave him a chance to throw him off the roof. So, I'm still kind of discombobulated to know that that man just said, fuck it. It was either y'all gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill myself. To have that kind of choice is almost like me jumping off on that freeway. I mean, to be in that situation where a bunch of people are gonna harm you and you have nowhere to go, and that's your only alternative. That's a scary situation. Shouts out to my boy E. Put him up, put him up. But he just couldn't fight them all. I love you, man. Shouts out from the Detroit Rock, MrSan44Man, to your family. It's sad here, y'all, and I'm sorry if some of you become offended or some of you are shocked. But this is Detroit Raw. I have a lot of people out there to ask me, what is this show about? What is this show about? This show is about shit that you don't see on your local news all the time. Sure, I'll show you some clips from the news to show you the scene of what was covered and how it went down. So therefore, you'll have a clear understanding, and not just from the knowledge that I have from it, because you know once the news is gone, if you haven't DVR'd it, then it's gone. You know? So you have an option with my show to continue to go back and rewind it and see it again and be like, damn, for real? So that's basically, and also this life that I have, that I live in. Like that house down there with the hole in the roof. You see, these are things that I have that go on here in the city of Detroit. And we are a bankrupt city. One of the first bankrupt cities ever in the United States of America. So you goddamn right, I'm gonna be the first one to let you know the real of what's going on here. Because not only is the government playing games and kicking the can down the road to get more money, to get more debt, to get people, hey, it's gonna run out, y'all. And until you understand that, you're gonna be out the loop. And I hope everybody is getting it. You better wake up, think deep, not on the surface, deep. And that's what this show about. Real, raw. That's it. It's your man, MrSan44Man, seen in over 100 plus countries around the world. And you've been tuned into the Detroit Raw Show, only on YouTube and now on Social Cam. What's up, world? It's your man, MrSan44Man. Listen, my neighbor approached me and she told me that she had her little dog out. His name is Giorgio, and she has a reward out for him. Giorgio was last seen around Hendry and Palmer in the Wayne State area, and this is his description. This is how he looks. If y'all seen Giorgio, take him to the Humane Society. They got a reward for him. He just wandered away. We don't want to think nobody done kidnapped him. There's the number to call if you seen little Giorgio out there. Because please, is mommy missing? That's Giorgio. Y'all done seen him in a couple of my videos. Little Giorgio is missing. So we doing this like a Amber Alert too. If y'all seen little Giorgio, he's got a chip in him. Take him to the Humane Society. It's your man, MrSan44Man, Detroit Raw.